Earth was never meant to be our only home. For centuries we looked at Mars and wondered, could we ever live there? Now we know the answer. The Codex of the Mundus of Mars tells the story of how humans reached beyond Earth and created a new world. It started with a dream. Scientists and explorers worked to make it real. They built ships. They planned missions. Then, the first journey to Mars began. The Codex explains how this mission changed history and led us to a future among the stars. Landing on Mars was just the beginning. The first astronauts stepped onto a new world. The air was thin, the land empty, but they did not stop. They built the first shelters. They prepared for the long road ahead. The Codex shares their struggles and victories as they took the first steps toward making Mars a home. Mars was harsh. The cold period was deadly. The storms, fierce. Water was hidden deep beneath the surface. Every breath was a fight to stay alive. But humans have always found a way. The Codex tells the story of how we overcame every challenge and turned survival into success. Small shelters became settlements. Scientists grew food underground. Engineers created new ways to make oxygen and water. The Codex of the Mundus of Mars shows how the first colony grew and how humans adapted to life on another planet. Then, the first Martian child was born, a human who would never walk on Earth, only on the red soil of Mars. A new generation began to grow. They learned, they built, they shaped the future. The Codex reveals what life is like for the first humans of Mars. Living on Mars was not enough. We had to make it ours. Scientists warmed the planet. They thickened the air. They melted ice to form lakes. They planted the first trees. The Codex tells how we turned Mars into a world where humans could walk outside, without a suit. The small colonies grew. Cities rose. Trains and vehicles moved across the surface. Lights shone where there was once only darkness. The Codex of the Mundus of Mars tells the story of how we built a new civilization from nothing. Mars was no longer just a place to survive. It was home, a place where children played, where families lived, a place where science and technology reached new heights. The Codex shows how Mars became the center of human progress and the first step towards something greater. Mars is no longer a dream. It is our home. Oceans and forests now cover the land. Cities rise under a sky that was once empty. Humanity has taken its first step into the universe. The journey is not over. The story of Mars is still being written. The Codex of the Mundus of Mars is your guide to the past, present, and future of life beyond Earth.